it's Kevin Clancy with Clancy Real Estate, your Capital Region real estate expert, here to share some tips whether you're buying or selling a home that will hopefully save you time and money in your Capital Region real estate endeavors. Today I want to talk about two questions I get all the time, and one is, it's from buyers. Is buying a house the right thing for me? And two, from sellers, if I can't sell my house, is renting a good option? So let's look at the first question. Buyers, and this is coming from a realtor, and you're going to think this is contrary to what I would typically say, but buying a house isn't for everyone. There are many situations where buyers simply are better off renting. One is time frame. I just tell my buyers, if your time frame of being in the Capital Region, you're thinking of being in the house less than 4 years, you're better off renting. The closing costs in New York State are outrageous. They're the highest in the country. Very, very difficult to make those up in a time frame that's less than 4 years. The other thing is, if you're risk adverse, if you're worried about your job and you're not sure you have employment stability, buying a house with a 30-year mortgage, probably not the best thing. If you don't have cash reserves, if you haven't saved them up, and, owning a home is expensive. A boiler can blow up. It can blow up a week after you buy a home. Unfortunately, things like that do happen. If you don't have a little bit of cash reserves, buying a home, or you're not handy, buying a home may not be the best option for you. So those are just some ideas off the top of my head on when buying a home may not be the best option. The other thing is, if you travel a lot, you're better off renting. Let the landlord do the maintenance and whatnot, and free yourself up to travel. We have many millennials that travel a lot for work, and quite frankly, they're better off renting than owning a house that takes maintenance, and they're away for weeks at a time for work, and anything can happen to a home. So that's the quick answer. For the buyers, buying a home is not for everyone. Buying a home, on the other hand, is a great option for people that do have job security, are ready to make the commitment and be in a home for more than 4 years. And often, especially for me, but buying real estate has been the best investment I've ever made. Now for sellers, we got many sellers, and often 30% of my business is taking over homes that other agents haven't been able to sell. And I often get the question, hey, should I just rent this home? Well, here's the deal. My MBA thesis was on real estate values in the Capital Region. Right now, we're seeing more people move out of the Capital Region than we're seeing move in, from my experience. Values are not going up. So if your reason for renting is to pay down the mortgage and hopefully have the house appreciate, it's not a good reason. You're going to be renting the house for years and years and years. And particularly if you're moving out of the area, renting a home, and I've seen the devastation that tenants can do to a house if you are not a hands-on landlord and you're not local to keep an eye on the house. I had a couple years ago, I had a pastor rent a house. Unfortunately, he called us, and right before we were going to list it, there was a fire, and there was a fatal fire that just caused an absolute chaos in his life, as far as having a house burned down and losing a life in that house, with a house that wasn't completely up to code. So to answer the question, as a seller, generally, renting is just prolonging the pain of the sale. You're not going to, in 2 or 3 years, it's not going to appreciate to a point where you have equity in the house again, and you're generally not going to be able to pay down the debt quick enough to offset the damage that most likely is going to be done by your tenants. Just my thought. Do we have people that rent? Sure. Will we help you rent a home? Sure. But generally, you're better off just selling the home and moving on. I'm Kevin Clancy. Hope I provided you some insight into the local real estate market. We are seeing great activity. If you have any questions on the Capital Region real estate market, call me directly, 518-861-7016. Have an absolutely awesome week.